But since I was introduced to MyPurMist with humidification of the airways, it really did make a big difference in my life. I don't have to depend upon the antihistaminics and being drowsy the rest of the day, and I can go and do my work as I need to. The humidification is very important for the airways, mostly in allergic nasal sinus disorders, which causes dryness and stuffiness of the airways, and people have difficulty breathing. So once you have this proper humidification of the airways, it certainly improves their breathing. It's easy to breathe, and it opens up their airways much better. So especially in the California, where the climate is very dry and there's not adequate humidification, so devices like PurMist can be very useful. For people who have chronic persistent cough, despite all the medications we use, including antibiotics and decongestants and bronchodilators, sometimes their cough just won't go away. In those situations, heated mist or humidification of the airways has some kind of soothing effect on their cough, and their cough symptoms tend to get better. I've seen that as a personal experience in the hospital, where I have used heated mist for patients with persistent dry, non-productive cough. And in my experience has been very helpful. It does make it more productive. They're able to cough up the mucus more easily, because it tends to loosen up the mucus a little bit because of the humidification. So it's more easy to cough it up. You know, over the years I have developed nasal sinus allergies myself, and I have really been very dependent upon medications like antihistaminics and decongestants with their side effects, drowsiness, sleepiness. And in addition, I was actually using nasal sinus rinse with saline quite often, almost on a daily basis. Not only the drowsiness, but there are some other side effects issues with the decongestants, especially in the older population, involving the bladder neck obstruction, prostate hypertrophy, may cause worsening of the symptoms. So my suggestion is those people who have these nasal sinus allergies, that they should try using the MyPurMist. And since it's a demineralized water, it's germ-free and there's no danger of any kind of burns or injuries. So very safe for both adults and children. Most people can be assured that they don't need to depend upon long-term use of antihistaminics and decongestants and their side effects. I find it quite easy to use. It's once a day before bedtime. I have personally used it for 15 to 20 minutes before I go to bed, and that takes care of the symptoms for the whole next 24 hours. For me, that's very convenient compared to having to take in, pop the pills, decongestants twice a day, and doing nasal sinus rinse twice a day. So this, in my view, will be much more convenient than multiple other modalities you have to use in combination. A lot of patients with nasal sinus allergies also tend to have watery eyes or sometimes itchy eyes, redness of the eyes, which may also be symptoms of allergies. And that may require some additional medications, eye drops, and they may not always be as effective. But I have personally seen that using PurMist myself, my nasal sinus symptoms were better, but also the watery eyes were also markedly improved. And I have not used Petaday and OptiWard like I used to use for my watery eyes.